was listening to the podcast and I had to stop here because I feel like just I heard the question, and as soon as I heard the question, I stopped the video because I'm like, this would be good to have on stream. So we're here with Joe Budden. It's been a while since I reacted, and there's a really good reason why, because this live isn't monetized, but every time I reacted to Joe Budden's podcast, I always got some sort of like, it always got demonetized. Anytime I tried, get my own thoughts, all that, got demonetized every time. I think I gotta do like what Chick Smooth do. Just drop the ad is insane. I ain't gonna lie to you. But like, I think I gotta do what Chick Smooth do, is that instead of playing the episode, they drop a picture and then they let the episode fly behind the picture basically. So maybe that's what I gotta do. Just kind of like cover it up. But we'll see what happens. Maybe it's something I can edit, make my job or life a little easier, but for now, that's what we're doing. So we're here, single seater reactions only on the Flex Mind Network. I'm back once again. I'm Flex. Yo, if you hear something and you don't know where it's coming from, it's right here in the small box. Welcome back to single seater reactions only on the Flex Mind Network. I'm the original Anomaly or Flex. Welcome back to the channel. So we got a video I want to get into. On the Joe Budden Podcast, Flip, Joe, Ice, Ish, and Parks have a conversation about is hip hop dead? We kind of had that conversation already, but they're giving legitimate reasons here as to why it's dead, and I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, based on what you're talking about, I kind of want to bring it here and then see what everyone here thinks. So let's not waste any more time. I talk all the time. I can't help it. Look, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think about the video. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the reaction. With that being said, let's go. Man, I talk. All I do is talk. Talk till I'm tired type. Let's go.
Dirk dropped his album. It's called
Here we go. Here we go.
I'm going to give Dirk some grace. I did listen to the project, and I can tell this was a really hard project for him to put out. Given everything that's going on in this,
you got to be serious for this.
Nah, come on. We got Anthony in the chat, Mr. MVP himself. Man, oh man, I'm dropping that reaction today. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm dropping that reaction today. I put your compilation up on the channel. Just let it sit for a little bit. I would have done it yesterday, but I got called into work. But today's the day that I dropped my reaction to your video. So big shout out to Anthony for that compilation. I love it. I love it. And I can't wait for people to see it, bro. Welcome back, brother. Welcome back, my boy. This man talking about YouTube Premium, bro. And the funny thing is, people at work were literally talking about, yo, you should get YouTube Premium. It's not even that bad, bro. God damn.
Seconds, let me
content-wise?
Ice is about to give Dirk grace. I jumped off that bandwagon into some Simone Biles type of landing, nigga. As soon as I seen the exit off this bandwagon, I left, traded all the stock in. I am off of this one.
Okay.
Talk to Ice.
I'm still a fan, and I've been looking.
I want him to be all right, but sorry, buddy, I'm not with the music drops.
So, well, I could even understand that in your position, you might need. You know what I mean?
I get it.
I get it.
Yeah, I get it.
With what his content usually kind of revolves around, given your current legal predicament, it wouldn't be smart to do that.
True.
So you're in a sticky spot here.
True.
I got to drop. In the album, they muted certain lines. You know, it's and I could tell some of these songs might not have been the songs. I might have had other songs I wanted to go instead.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I didn't enjoy it as much, but I understand it. So I'm not gonna really shit on it, because this is a real tricky album to try to put out right now for the type of artist that he is.
Right.
Ice needs to grow up, bro. Ice needs to grow up, because after this conversation, it's going to begin his hip-hop dead conversation. But Ice needs to grow up for real. You continue to give your support to someone that don't need the support for real, bro. All this dude talked about was like inflicting harm on people, whether it was physically or mentally or psychologically, bro. And now that he's going through this whole trial, going through this whole RICO thing, yo, bro, it's kind of like, oh, you need some calls? Oh no, it's all good. But what's it called? Now that he's going through this whole trial thing and he can't speak about it, now you're seeing his true colors. And now you're seeing his true colors. The boy can't even rap about nothing for real, bro. If you're really that guy, if you're really that kind of rapper, rapping should be effortlessly for you. Like Rayvon talk about violence, but he matches the violence with actual bars, not wordplay. A lot of people out here be confusing wordplay with bars. If you want to hear wordplay, just go listen to Ski Master Slump God. Listen to Ski Master Slump God, take your notepad out and start learning about wordplay if you want to learn about wordplay so bad. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people confuse the two and they think the wordplay is bars and the bars is wordplay. Nah, bro, you gotta wake up for real. Bro. It's tragic out here. Let's keep going though.
There's a couple songs on there. Be clear. It's a couple joints on there.
He can't talk about sliding and all that other shit.
He can't. Like, it's lines in there where he's saying, I paid for bail for such and such with money from a feature verse. You can't say that now, so you have to blank the name out. You're trying to talk and be who you are, the voice of the streets, the voice of the trenches, but I'm in a real bad legal predicament right now. I can't really talk.
Is J. Cole on the album?
No, Cole's not on. The features are Janae.
All right, it's the little choir that was there with J. Cole.
I was just about to say that nigga should have went and got Cole and did a whole album.
Half of that choir.
I don't know.
At least Lil Jerry. Anybody, one person.
It's not many features, but none of them. It's Janae, Future, Huncho. I might be missing somebody, but that's it. It's like four features. Oh, Lil Baby.
Freeze, let me ask you a question.
I don't want y'all. No, I'm bad. I am going to interrupt you real quick because I don't want to forget. Yo, this shit is so entertaining now, I don't want y'all to stop. I want to be alive to see y'all totally kill this hip hop shit.
That's what I was about to ask. Freeze.
I ain't gonna.
Do you think that hip hop is?
I'm too invested now.
You think hip hop is on its way out the door with all the incarcerations?
Let's kill it.
No. That's only this portion of hip hop.
There's a certain brand of hip hop is.
Maybe that drill rap. Because again,
a lot of people on.
Yo, shout out Bad Wolf, bro. Thank you for stopping by, bro. Just came to see how many more new fans are getting run off by Tiff. Look like it's going well. That's hilarious, bro.
I was ready to pause.
The people that are making music about...
bro, it's just everybody want to share their music, and a lot of times, bro, they want to share something that's just not good for real, man. Me personally, I would give them grace and give them at least a little bit of time. That's what we did for OT. And OT got bars. So shout out to OT, no doubt. But there's some people out there where it's like, yo, bro, what's going on? And yo, it's kind of crazy that we got OT here in the chat though, if we want to be super honest about it. Because he's signed to Benny the Butcher's label. And he has a nice deal, 1 year, $8 million. And he found his way to my stream with about 15 or so people at the time. Yeah, bro, we're doing something right. We're doing something right here for real. You know what I'm saying? I gave him a little constructive criticism about the marketing side of the music industry. Gave my own thoughts on, I think I was mentioning to him, do more acapella tracks. Not saying it has to be tracks, but do more acapella freestyles and show your talent for real, because he got some talent. But yeah, bro. Like, we're doing something right over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're doing something right. But, hey, they got to get past Tiff and Tiny. Any artists that come in here, they really got to know how to conversate, because you got to get past Tiff and Tiny for real. You know, come in here with don't come in here with no attitude. We don't need that. You know what I'm saying? Come in here with some grace. And you never know where you can go. But let's keep going, because this is a really good convo.
Killing and actually killing are going to have a hard time making music.
Yeah, but they had control of the market for a while, right? I mean,
I wouldn't say that, but they had a run.
They were being pushed. They had a run. They were being pushed to the forefront.
Thank you.
Yes,
they had a run.
So how does that look now, right? I mean, we're not taking a lot of people have been shitting on the Cardi album, right? His name?
Playboy Cardi.
That's crazy.
Huh?
Playboy Cardi.
Yeah, people have been making fun of that, and like the artists that people look forward to seeing are currently locked up, like
not dropping. That's only a small portion. Yeah. You still have rappers that are dropping. You know what I'm saying? You still got.
But are they moving the needle?
It's over, man.
I hear
it's over.
Are they moving the needle?
I don't give a fuck with y'all.
Fam, Kendrick's Luther has been #1 for how many weeks now?
Oh yes, Kendrick.
All right, you got that.
One person.
You got Drake is still Draking.
That's two
Nokia
people.
is still moving.
That's two people.
The type of music that's
No. Name some more people.
The charts is just them right now. I'm talking about the charts.
Name
who's dropping?
whoever you want to name.
I think rock and roll is coming back
to fight the game. Yeah.
Y'all hear what Joe is saying? That's the same thing I'm saying about Canada. Isn't that crazy? Name more. Give me more names. This is insane, bro. It's absolutely insane. And I think I see the play now because in the music industry, specifically for rap and hip hop, they're only choosing a select amount of people to be at the top. Of course, everyone they selected are the ones that are well seasoned. Okay, this chicken gonna cook good, you know? But there's other recipes out there that y'all could utilize and push for the people to listen to. Or, sorry, we're speaking recipes. Push on to other people for people to try and enjoy different flavors. Why not just do that? So there's definitely a play there. And it's wicked work for real.
I think rock and roll.
Yeah, Neil Diamond.
The Bee Gees. The Bee Gees.
Yo, this shit is dead, dying fast.
I
These
disagree.
niggas is selling ass for a fraction of a penny.
But they've
Albums
been
are
doing
dropping
that.
less. You are seeing musicians less. More and more musicians are having to get it from the backyard or from some other means. They not giving you the money that you earned. This shit is over, man. Shit is fucking destroying and rebuilding in front of us.
But
and that's not what we talking about right now.
Yeah, I'm about to say
maybe
that's totally
a deeper
different.
conversation. But a large portion of this shit is all of you idiots just talking about shit.
Yeah.
It is,
That's
yo.
a fact.
It is. Yo.
Stop running to Vlad every time y'all want to say something. Stop running to Adam22, and we gonna make fun of him next. When y'all want to say something, stop running to these dudes. Even the Blue Couch dudes, but they're a black platform, so it's kind of okay. But my point is, stop running to dudes just to tattletale, bruh. What happened to don't snitching? Y'all talk about I'm not snitching, but y'all snitch with a camera on. Make it make sense. You want a reaction channel or what, bro? We can put you to work. You want to do reactions? Yo, we can put you to work for real, bro. All you need is a big fat camera in your face since you know how to do that so much. Like, yo, bro, what happened to keeping your mouth shut? Kendrick's got that on full display right now. Ever since this beef, this man has not said a word. Meanwhile, you have Drake crying, going through every single emotion this man has in his belt. Going through all these mood swings like he's on his male period. Like, yo, bro, grow up, man. Let's be so for real right now, bro. It's just getting to a point where I'm like, I'm starting to agree with these dudes for real. Cause like, yo, if y'all can't change y'all ways, y'all gonna kill it for real. It's tragic, bro. That's a good point though, Alicia. That is a really good point. And that actually also leads to another conversation about how the OGs... Oh, that leads me to another video. Oh, we're going to be here for a long time. I don't know if anybody watched the video on Big Boy's Neighborhood or Big Boy TV where he had an interview with David Banner. He actually touched on everything when it comes to hip-hop. And that's a really... I feel like I might have to play that next. This segment shouldn't be too long, but I feel like I gotta play that next. Because that interview is a really good, it's a really good matchup for this interview. So we're gonna see both sides. Get some duality in here. Let's go.
I've heard more Yellow Beezy verses than I've ever heard in the last 2 weeks. To my surprise, he's nice.
Yes.
I would never know
Amazing interview,
that because I tap out of a certain faction of hip hop. The Yellow Beezy kid can rap. And when I hear the rap, guess what he doing? You guessed it.
Tell him.
I'm like, damn, this nigga nice, but he's telling right now. All of these niggas talk too fucking much.
No, what's happening?
Now I'm talking about that sector of it.
Yeah. What's happening is you got
Amen.
street niggas, gang
That was a
niggas.
premium interview. I feel like,
rapping.
honestly,
it's not rappers talking.
that David Banner interview, I feel like that should have been paid for because the way it was gem after gem after gem being dropped. and it's all free. And I hear nobody around here talk about it. That's how you know here in not North America, but in Canada, we are really, really far away from the culture. Because the culture is on full display in America, and we don't even bother to tap in because we think we're better. When in reality, we are lesser than. But we're not even coming to terms with that yet. This is why I'm here to listen to all platforms so I can learn from myself. Because I'm taking the time to educate myself by listening and understanding what some of these dudes are saying. You know, I'm not going to lie. It's an overload. It's an overload of information, but the message is received. So let's just keep going. I'm gonna go and find that interview to load up after this one.
Talking about this shit, you got people that's living this shit now saying, "Hey, let me try to rap." And we got this thing about hip hop where you got to be authentic. We champion authenticity. We want everybody to be true to who you are.
There you go, Anthony.
So their idea of that is, okay, let me tell y'all who I am.
You got it, bro.
No, but you don't got to be specific in all the shit you did.
They don't know.
I
They know the difference.
NWA was
I gotta
talking
replace
about
that
street
message
shit.
with this one.
Yeah, but
all
rap
was talking about street shit.
Ice Cube wasn't a street nigga. Somebody was talking about street shit.
Eazy-E was.
I'm talking about, just easy.
You get what I'm saying?
Just easy. But I'm saying a lot of these kids today are doing way worse shit than NWA was talking about and doing. And telling their real stories. They're not sitting there telling what my man's did, what I heard. These niggas putting in the work themselves and talking about it.
That's my point, though.
And I ain't really talking about them because they powerless. It's the people that are giving them the situations for them to do what they want.
But even that, Joe, Mobb Deep was talking about shooting that out in the hallway and all that other shit. Listen, let me finish. Mobb Deep might not have been doing the shootouts, but if you are an artist and you could paraphrase what your experiences have been, you don't gotta say, yo, I caught that nigga outside the 7-Eleven at 3:11 on a Friday and he had on a blue shirt. You don't have to say that, bro. If you're an artist, you can say, yo, we caught him.
But these guys aren't artists, Spectre.
That's what I'm saying. They are not.
They are artists.
They are,
no,
but they're not.
artists. They're
some of these
becoming
niggas
artists.
can rap.
For sure.
That still don't.
That'll make you an artist.
Artist is secondary to what they do.
Yeah.
I'm not.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not gonna get the cops my play-by-play. I'm gonna say, yo, we caught this nigga over here, wet the car up, da-da-da-da-da, I'm gonna rap my
but
shit.
Some of these guys might not be the most poetic, so they're not, like, good with the little metaphor and the...
And not just that, the rappers today, their biggest thing is being called out as a fraud.
All right.
So to them, they feel like, I gotta let you know that's our shit.
Guess what they gonna call out? Roll call!
No. Listen, we on the same side.
8C2124P.
What y'all think?
Lock it. I agree with
crazy.
That's one of the fundamental differences that I found way back in the day when the gang started to infiltrate Jersey City and was just running up on niggas and trying to see what's good. You down, you not, get down or lay down, what type of shit it was. Like Casanova had a phone call the other day that went public. And in the call, he was like, yeah, man, I'm telling you, because don't you know you have to denounce your shit publicly if yada, 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 yada. So, yeah, man, such and such is smart because he got on the record, he denounced that shit, indicated that shit. And said, my brain early on would say, even if I wanted to be that, it seemed like the smart way to be that and do that with the most success is to not announce it.
Yeah.
No.
Yes and no. Hold on.
I'm not arguing it. I'm not arguing it.
No, because there's the other side of that.
I know what that is, so I'm not arguing it.
I was about to say.
I'm saying what my brain said
strategically
when.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
But some of them niggas, you can't denounce it publicly.
And some of them niggas
social media
are the reason you get to move around the way you move around. So they're gonna be. You can't separate from
the
that.
reputation of what some of them niggas stand
watch
for.
This. They're gonna do all that work and say, oh, this is the creation and this is the innovation that everyone's talking about. Look at me being different. Meanwhile, they're literally listing everything in that case. And it's literally common knowledge because you can go type this up and find the court files. Read through it and say, oh, this nigga guilty. This man is guilty for real. Oh, my God, bro.
You can't just denounce them.
Yeah, you gotta
when
bring
you outside
that,
with them, the protection, the how many people coming out because you represent this gang. This, it's
social media was.
And a lot of this shit is. A lot of niggas that denounce.
Alicia, they celebrate it because it's the exciting news that they're missing because they think the news that they want to see is just negative nonsense out there. They just want to see a lot of BS on the news so they can get excited to watch the news. When in reality, the news was better when they were dropping gems and giving us the information that we actually needed to better our lives. But they realized, like, you know what? Let's go find some nonsense for y'all to just listen to on these news channels. That's why when you sometimes hear the news and you hear a story that just doesn't involve anything or doesn't even like kind of piggyback off of anything that they've talked about previously, and they throw it in there just as a, wait, what? Wait, the school did what? Like, you know, just nonsense out there, and people feed off of it for real. And then they sit there and wonder why they always put this nonsense on the news? Because you react to it in the kind of way that they want to see. And because of that engagement, you're telling them, okay, we can continue to do this. As long as we engage with the nonsense, it's always going to come back around in a full circle. That's the issue. We got to break that. We got to break that cycle, break that chain, get rid of that, throw it in the sewer. Don't even let the Ninja Turtles touch that, bro. Let that go all the way into the ocean and fall into the depths of the earth, bro. We don't need that kind of nonsense.
End up getting DP'd.
Yeah, but you know what happened too? This is somewhat a good topic.
Yeah.
Some of this is a real good topic. Also, what happened the same way that we talk about, labels, remove.
Really, it's just that rapping isn't like a trade, like playing an instrument. As it's competitive, what information are you really going to share? Valid. I love when they tell us to mind our own business and then we can't even mind our own business. Don't talk about it. I added that little part, but you know, I know what you're talking about.
The sub-labels and production companies that develop A&R and basically day-to-day handle their acts, right? Like a Rockefeller, Disturbing the Peace, a fucking Murder Inc. So, but when there's the erasure of all of them now, and the label wants to become the direct to the act, there is nobody that understands culture, monitoring culture, fucking day-to-day managing culture. So it's just a clusterfuck.
Let me ask you a question about that. I would agree with that.
These niggas are purposely looking at niggas to give them deals who...
We know what you're going to do, and we know you ain't going to be here long.
We want you.
Exactly.
But look, let me ask you a question about that. You mentioned like the Disturbing the Pieces and all these sub-labels, right? From the artist side, who's been hearing the stories of, okay, if I sign to you, then you're signed to you, then you're signed to you, I'm getting even less money. It make you not want to go that route anyway.
Okay, but...
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand that, but now there's less stars, too.
There you go.
You can do it your way. I'm telling you how to be a star.
True. Right.
And I'm telling you that with my relationships and my 30, 40 years in this business, I know the ins and outs, so you gonna do this.
Also, back in the day, the people that were running the production companies and the boutique labels and such were usually street dudes that were trying to steer the artists to not really
in
be
the
street
right way.
dudes.
Yeah, the music industry should have handled the hybrid of artists that now is also the street nigga, like the car industry handled the thought of hybrid vehicles. Like, there was a time where they thought that was just going to take over, and then they looked at analytics and was like, no, the economy and the mass audience is not ready for just hybrid cars 100%. So slow down on the production. Let's get back to what we're doing here.
True.
And slow roll this. It's too many, too fast, too soon with all of these.
But
I think that's internet.
but it's programmed that way. I mean, the numbers, the clicks,
it's the internet.
The attentions, the internet, they only pay attention to a video that's
Let me ask you a
to do with
question, because
violence.
y'all say that a lot, right? But from a business standpoint, I'm just the business standpoint. If I see that all of these artists that are coming out, right, they just fly-by-night artists.
Yeah.
They're not sticking.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, no disrespect to Dirk and them niggas was hot as fish grease 3 years ago. It's not sticking no more. So I would look at it and be like, yo, how could I revamp this so I could get a Ja Rule, so I could get a Luda, so I could get somebody that could get a 10, 12-year run that we could be profitable with. That don't make sense in a business stance?
Of course
It may not.
It may not today.
It may not.
Not today.
It may not.
Because of the microwave society we live in today. So now it's just...
I could keep
Again, they're
getting
not looking for...
I need to hear that again because I'm not saying I'm at Ish's level in terms of understanding business, or marketing, because what he's talking about blends business and marketing, but I'm right there with them when they talk about these things. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this prior in some of my lives, but I need to hear that again because that was spot on.
They only pay attention to a video that's
Let me
has
ask you a
something to do with
question, because
violence.
y'all say that a lot, right? But from a business standpoint, I'm just the business standpoint. If I see that all of these artists that are coming out, right, they just fly by night artists.
Yeah.
They're not sticking.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, no disrespect to Dirk and them niggas was hot.
The whole industry, everything they push on the people. They keep pushing Sexy Red. She never stuck. She can't tour. She can't do shows. The only way for her to do shows is at joint festivals. That's the only way how they gonna get her to tour. She can't go around the country and tour, but she can do a Rolling Loud. She can't do it. She can't even tour, bro. They keep pushing somebody that can't even sell their music for real. Like, yo, oh my God, this lemon water is kicking my butt. Anyway, yo, think about it for a second, though. It's actually crazy for real. It's actually so crazy for real, bro. They continue to push this narrative with this girl, but nothing positive comes out of it. Why? Because that's the kind of negativity that people want to see, and they're going to continue to push it until the narrative is dead. They're going to run her dry, and she said herself that she was cool with it. I could never support a black woman like that. I could never. Never. I'd rather support Rhapsody than her, if I'm going to be super honest. But they keep pushing that into the face because that continues to push that kind of narrative for other women, not just black. Because that influence goes around the world. The influence even touched in Japan and China. But they want to continue to push that narrative. They want to push that character, that ideal. Because of all that comes out of it after. You know? Queen's Flip should not be speaking in public is crazy. Oh my goodness. Also, this American idea that being smart is goofy and not cool is full swing in the rap industry. I'm not street at all, but having rap songs on cases and admitting guilt is crazy. It's always been a joint effort to keep black people in a certain place. They fully understand how music influences black. Amen, Alicia. Amen. Amen. Looking at the current admin, there seems to be no reason to be smart. You just need to be filthy rich. Speaking about my people, I don't know about anyone else. Alicia, listen, our people matter for real, no? We technically run the entertainment industry, but we don't own it. Let me say that again. We run the entertainment industry, but we don't own it. Let's make that clear right now. We do not own it. We can own parts of it, like it's crypto, but we do not own it. So that's crazy in itself. If you want to sit there and think about that for a second. Look at all the innovation. Look at all the avenues of entertainment that we've touched. Television, sports, news. All these different avenues we touch, we do not own. We don't own it. I'm so glad I don't have this issue. I don't listen to this new ish. I can go back to my 90s and early 2000s music if I want to hear anything good. So hip hop will never die. Oh, okay. That's valid. In that sense, hip hop won't die. But in today's society, in today's world, it's not doing good. It's not doing good at all. And you already know me. I listen to a lot of old stuff. Without building a core fan base and making sure your city's behind you, plus putting in 10K hours won't work anymore for real. Dude, don't even get me started because it's really not about work anymore. It's about, do you fit the mold? Do you fit the mold of the narrative that they want to push? That's why you see some people skyrocket from when they start. Not Doechii. Doechii been around. So anybody that's saying she's an industry rat, get that out of her head, because they clearly forgot about that pop song she put out. The Every Good Girl Needs a Thug track. I don't even know what it's called. But that song, that's her. That's Doechii right there. You know what I'm saying? But get that out your head. But if you see, like, for example, a Jack Harlow just appear, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he gets all these major features. How the heck you get Lil Wayne and you just started? And you're a child. Make it make sense. Let alone link with Drake. But how do you get a Lil Wayne feature? How do you get that? You literally just got here. You literally just snuck on the earth. You should not be getting a Lil Wayne feature like that. That's an industry plant. Plant, rant, same thing. Y'all know what I'm talking about, damn it. Anyway, let's keep going. Good conversation, though. I like what Ish is talking about here. Let me back it up a little bit.
They're not sticking.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, no disrespect to Dirk and them. Them niggas was hot as fish grease 3 years ago. It's not sticking no more. So I would look at it and be like, yo, how could I revamp this so I could get a Ja Rule, so I could get a Luda, so I could get somebody that could get a 10, 12-year run that we could be profitable with? That don't make sense in a business stance?
Of course
It may not.
It may not today.
It may not.
Not today.
It may not.
Because of the microwave society we live in today. So
Gotcha.
now it's just...
I could keep
Again,
getting.
And to what Ice is speaking about, the microwave society it's running through every avenue in everything we do because it's like a plague almost. You can easily listen to this and immediately say, oh, the fans. But this goes beyond fans. The microwave society that he's talking about goes and extends all the way to the music industry. It's not just the artists are lazy. The industry is lazy. And I don't think I've heard anybody say that yet. The industry is lazy because the industry got comfortable with what the industry was producing for such an extended period of time. That's why we're here right now. And they're continuing to try and push different characters and different narratives onto the consumers. The industry is lazy. It's not just the artists, it's the industry. That's why when you hear T-Pain go off on his rant talking about everybody sounds the same, because it's true. Unless you're innovative and you really try to make a change and sound different, bro, you're just going to fit the mold. And if you fit within this bracket, they're going to push you. That's literally all it is. And it's all it's ever going to be. We so grown up is hilarious. I love it. The manipulation of artists and narratives, absolutely. Trust me, bro. That's why, and this is another thing that we have to talk about as well. The people that occupy the spaces in this industry. We need to start changing some seats. We need fresh new faces. This is why they're gatekeeping. They don't want to change what they set because they see it as the most profitable thing. But what we need to realize is that with time that changes, we have to continue to restructure business plans, speaking from a label level. I think they haven't restructured themselves in such a long time that they're just going around and finding different caricatures of a Lil Durk, finding different Sexy Reds, finding different Glorrillas, finding different Meg Thee Stallions. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to find a different Drake. They put Kendrick in there because they forgot about hip hop. That's why Kendrick's there. They forgot hip hop is profitable. That's why you see Kendrick in that seat right now, and Drake is on his way out because he's not that profitable no more. And plus, he's suing his own label. You think you're going to sue your own label and get away with it? You're talking crazy out here, bro. I don't know if I can pray for Kanye. I need to pray for Kanye so he can take his medication again so he can get off the damn internet, bro. I think Kanye is when Kanye is his best self, that's when he's creating something, using his brain and not yapping and trying to talk down on people on the internet. We don't need that Kanye. We need the Kanye that's in the office, locking in, being innovative, creating new lanes and new waves for people to use in the long term. Okay, valid. Valid, Alicia. He wasn't put. He earned this spot. You're right. But the point of what I'm making still stands in that moment. It still stands in that moment, though. Because hip-hop did not exist in the industry for a while. It was there in the underground. Some artists had some tracks here and there, but it wasn't substantial. It wasn't the main focus. But after what Kendrick did, it's the main focus. So he earned this spot, absolutely. So just a little correction, but you're right. Kanye's mom should have taken his phone with her. It's crazy. My God. My God. And that's a point too, Alicia. He got rich people problems. You got to figure it out, bro. With more money, you get more problems. Come on, man. Listen to your mentor, Diddy. With more money, you get more problems.
I could just keep fabricating new artists and keep cracking them.
I get 7 of y'all, and I can hit y'all 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and then go get another group.
Hey, yo, when you
versus building with one, and then God forbid you learn the game.
You got to learn the game and get.
And now
and get
you want. I'm gonna always try to get the star quarterback on the rookie contract
for the cheap.
Absolutely.
Hey, yo, Ish, you watch a kid, let's say a kid in West Bubblefuck, and just start dissing people that he had issues with, and see the numbers on that video. See where it goes. So now the labels, they're predatory. They take advantage of that.
But that ain't no longevity in that.
But to them, they're not the instant gratification.
They're looking at both.
Instant gratification is a main component in this
kids
game.
getting killed.
And I was about to say,
longevity. It's over.
And look, not to be from the label standpoint, not to be fucked up. You worth more when you die.
True.
So if you got a couple projects, them shit's gonna.
What's that one girl from the Grammys talking about? Artists need insurance. They're making so much money when you pass, bro. When you pass, ain't nobody gonna claim that money but them. You know what I'm saying? The family, boy, you better stop it. Artist insurance is crazy, bro. For that girl to say that, that's how you know she's intelligent. Now, I don't listen to her music, but she's very intelligent for saying that because no one said it.
Shoot up the charts. Now I don't gotta break nothing down. It is some longevity there. Rest in peace. They still streaming Juice WRLD. They still streaming Triple X. Rest in peace.
And I low-key think that these labels in the contract got some sort of insurance on these niggas when they pass away.
Absolutely.
We do.
To make them get money. Like, it's some crazy shit going on.
It's risk assessment.
That's crazy.
It's risk assessment, bro. It's again, as a person that's worked in regular insurance, you look at a situation and you see, hey, what's the chances are what we got to pay out?
Yeah, we just talked about this, yeah.
So let's weigh it on. Let's weigh it all out, and then we move accordingly.
Yeah.
How did niggas speak to you when they didn't agree with your quote?
I wasn't doing that.
Tiny.
I was doing the claim.
Nigga said, what, nigga? How many?
When I tell you.
In the event that you.
I had people go the fuck off.
Nah, he ain't had to see him. He was on the phone.
Yeah, I'm on the phone. I don't gotta see you. But no. I've had people go the fuck off.
Dora, it's sad, but this is business. Business is evil, but business can be good. But overall, business is neutral. It depends on the person that is running the business. Is gonna determine if it's good or not. That's it. Business is neutral. It all depends on the people that are running it. Who's the CEO? That's how you're gonna find out if the business is evil or not.
Lucky.
I know what you're talking about.
He's talking about the one you go there with the little cuticle.
Now you come out with the clipboard.
No, they got the iPad now. That's the adjuster.
That nigga stick your head in the clipboard.
Nigga, I go to ICE and get fucking military insurance, boy.
You won't.
Nigga, are you crazy?
I hear you.
Nigga, I would get the best deal ever if ICE is in that cubicle.
Okay.
What?
Me too. I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Pistol whip the shit out of ICE.
You're going to jail.
You're right.
Hey, yo.
Talk all the tough shit you want.
Make this say 20 a month, big dog.
Yo.
No, I'm gonna make this say 911.
Yo, this your name on this nameplate?
Yo, you Lamont?
Okay. Yo, okay.
You Lamont, this your home address, right?
Yeah.
This your last name?
Yo, check this out.
Terroristic.
Next month, you start paying my insurance.
Oh my God.
All right?
Yeah, I think it'll be wise for you to pay my shit. Tariq.
Hold that thought, big dog.
Nigga, what? Food stamps with the insurance if I walk in that place and freezes in the cubicle. What? What? Nigga, you better fix me up, nigga.
No deductible. I got you. No deductible, nigga.
No, nothing.
I'm gonna fix you
Till I'm 75.
Fixing.
I'll make you an offer you cannot refuse.
Yeah.
Come get this.
Niggas is so dumb.
Let me run this up the chain real quick.
You ever notice that people like the insurance, they always get choked? Like when niggas don't punch them, they choke.
You see the repo dude? Did you see the video of the repo dude?
Those niggas get choked. Those.
All
Who
niggas that
come
go
in your
out.
door again? The Jehovah Witnesses, all them niggas, everybody get choked.
Putting ice by the little green plastic garbage.
They choked the shit.
And it's short. Nigga, give it to the church. You can be dead before Arsenal can pop up.
Hey, TW, even look at Gucci Mane and his label. I'm still trying to understand how Enchanting and Big Scar pass. Something is not right in that situation. How'd they pass? That's what I want to know. But that's what they do. And then they collect the check. And they continue to collect the check from the artist.
I agree. He's thinking I need my
You see, my license plate is X.
Bro, this man's a fool, bro.
Nigga stupid.
And they talk, you son of a bitch.
457, nigga.
Let me show you how to get a list of
bro.
items like these YouTube
Holy.
videos into a spreadsheet like this without copying and pasting.
This nigga stupid. Yeah, it's
This man with his leg up and everything. This guy's a baby, bro. Like, this is what I'm talking about. This is who Drake is trying to, like... This is what I'm talking... Drake is at his level and he has to come down to this level, bro. This man is just playing around and having fun. And then Drake takes offense to that, bro. Man, you can't make this up, man.
You stupid motherfucker. You heard what the I'm parked in the fucking front, nigga.
XJA, I got it. I got it.